Back here in between games as we get ready for Game 2 of today's doubleheader. Doc Stewart's taking on the Medford Mustangs. This is your Roseburg Disposal pregame show. Let them make the run to the dump for you. Give them a call at 673-7122. As we make our way through, we continue our player interviews with the Doc Stewarts this summer. We get a chance to catch up with Ty Hellenthal from Umpqua Valley Christian. Ty, summer here with the Doc Stewarts. Always feels good to be kind of with the AAA club and getting the chance to play with the top club during the summer. How do you feel like things have gone? And kind of what were your feelings just knowing going into the summer that you'd be coming here with the Docs?
I was really excited to be here. It's been a great summer so far. Been having a ton of fun with the guys. We've been doing good. I think we're improving every day, and it's just been a lot of fun so far, building off a really fun spring season. It's been a great year.
Yeah, I was going to ask next. The spring season went really well for UVC. You guys go out there and win a state championship. How'd that feel for you?
It felt great. It was surreal. It was awesome to send our seniors out with a state title. It's been 3 hard years working for it, and it was good to see that it finally came together.
Yeah. I know that, that moment is always kind of big. What kind of sticks out to you most about playing at the Volcano Stadium and just getting to celebrate that? What's kind of the memory you feel like is going to stick the most with you?
I think that dog pile is probably the memory that will stick with me for a long time. It was good to be on the winning side after we were there my freshman year, and it's going to stick with me for a while.
How do you guys feel like things shape up? I know you graduate some good seniors. Every year that happens for every school out there. But how do you think things shape up next year for UVC?
I think we'll be good. Our coaching is some of the best in Oregon, and I'm really happy with the players that we have coming up, especially the freshmen this year. I think we're going to be really competitive.
Cool. Well, we're definitely looking forward to that. I know that just getting a chance to kind of know you a little bit here, I know that Logan and Daniel, they play soccer in their off-season sport. You ended up picking up football again this year, I think, out at Clyde. Was that back to football for you, or had you been doing that for a couple of years out there?
I've played most of my life. I was hurt my sophomore season, so it was unfortunate to take that year off, but it was really great to get back into football. I had a ton of fun, and I'm looking forward to it this year as well.
Yeah. You going to be playing out at Glide again this year?
Yes, sir. Yeah. We have a new coach, Zach Mandera. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah. I was just getting a chance to catch up with Zach here, just putting a story together about him taking over as the new coach out there. From the player aspect, how exciting is it to have a new guy coming out there and a guy that's, knows what it takes to be able to play at the D1 level?
Oh, I'm real excited. He's played at such a high level, and he has so much knowledge of the game, and we've had a few workouts going on throughout the summer, and it's really interesting to hear him talk about football with his insight.
Yeah. How much have you devoted to football here during the summer? I know Doc eats up a lot of time, but how much have you been able to look at football?
It's been pretty tough. I've been really focused on baseball. I try to get to the workouts when I can, but I think it's going to ramp up here soon. Hopefully we keep going to Docs, but it's going to ramp up here soon.
Oh, yeah. It's right around the corner. I can feel it already already peeking its head around. Football, baseball, I got a feeling I know kind of which one takes the top priority, but I want to hear from you. What two sports that are, demand a lot from an athlete, what do you like most?
I got to say it's baseball. Yeah. I've been playing ever since I was a little kid, and I think I keep having more and more fun every year. So it's got to be baseball, but I love football too.
Yeah, I understand that one. And you don't do all what you guys do during the summer with Doc Stewarts if you don't love this sport and put in this kind of effort. Pitching on the mound, you've been behind the plate. I think early on in the season you were out in the field somewhere. They're trying to find the right spots for you. Just getting into this season and getting an opportunity to kind of do a little bit of everything. What's that like for you?
I love it. I like moving around a lot. It's a new challenge every day, and I appreciate the coaches trusting me in all different positions. It's been a ton of fun.
Yeah. Behind the plate, how has that process been going for you? I know they've been kind of splitting you and Cal back there, and so you've been getting a lot of innings back there.
It's been fun. I didn't get to play as much during my spring season because of Kevin Shaver did such a good job. But I love catching. Might be my favorite position. I don't really know, but it's been a ton of fun. I love being back there.
Yeah. Sounds like just breaking the radio magic here. We are recording before Game 1. Sounds like you're getting the ball of the day. Hot one like this. You like conditions like this to throw in?
I do. It's good to be warm going into the game. It feels nice to be completely stretched out, warm, and you're not dealing with cold weather today at all.
No, not whatsoever. Jake Johnson was saying he likes the summer a lot because it feels like his arm's live during the summer. So, well, we definitely hope for good things for you there and really appreciate getting a chance to know a little bit more about Ty Hellenthal joining us here in between games. Ty, best of luck out there, and look forward to seeing the rest of the summer.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
curbside. While glass recycling
No payments for the summer. With rates as low as 5.99% APR, save your cash for making memories in the sun. Apply today and enjoy fast approval and personalized service. Visit Cascade Community Credit Union to get started. Visit cascadecu.org for details.
APR's annual percentage rate. Actual APR may differ based on collateral, loan amount, term length, and borrower's credit profile. Insured by NCUA. Membership and credit qualifications apply.
Whether your farm or ranch is big or small, make Douglas County Farmers Co-op your first stop. From day-to-day needs to veterinary and emergency supplies, you'll find it there. Proud to be a Purina certified expert dealer, DC Farmers offers an expansive line of feed for everything from cattle and horses to exotic animals. And if they don't have it, they can order it. With their knowledgeable staff trained in animal nutrition, you know you're getting the right supplies for your animals. DC Farmers Co-op, 3171 Northeast Stevens.
Roseburg Disposal is a proud sponsor of local RHS sports. A few reminders on recycling. Customers of Roseburg Disposal may recycle rinsed plastic bottles without lids, and they'll also take your tin, aluminum, motor oil, and clean corrugated cardboard curbside. While glass recycling is not available curbside, it can now be recycled at your local DC transfer station. Roseburg Disposal makes your life easier. To become a customer, visit roseburgdisposal.com.
Barnes Heating and Cooling is proud to be a sponsor of 1490 The Score. Are you tired of letting the temperature of your home control you? For over 25 years, Barnes Heating and Cooling has been helping members of Douglas County take control of the temperature of their homes. Their trained technicians are ready to deliver you the satisfaction you deserve, not to mention they offer discounts to all seniors and veterans as well. Call Barnes Heating and Cooling today at 541-459-1545 for a free estimate, and you can take back control of your thermostat.
Ready to hit the road in a new ride? With Cascade Community's summer auto loans, you can drive away with low rates and make no payments for the summer. With rates as low as 5.99% APR, save your cash for making memories in the sun. Apply today and enjoy fast approval and personalized service. Visit Cascade Community Credit Union to get started. Visit cascadecu.org for details.
APR's annual percentage rate. Actual APR may differ based on collateral, loan amount, term length, and borrower's credit profile. Insured by NCUA. Membership and credit qualifications apply.
Whether your farm or ranch is big or small, make Douglas County Farmers Co-op your first stop. From day-to-day needs to veterinary and emergency supplies, you'll find it there. Proud to be a Purina certified expert dealer, DC Farmers offers an expansive line of feed for everything from cattle and horses to exotic animals. And if they don't have it, they can order it. With their knowledgeable staff trained in animal nutrition, you know you're getting the right supplies for your animals. DC Farmers Co-op, 3171 Northeast Stevens.
Flyaway Travel would like to introduce you to the intriguing world of nature in Costa Rica. Starting February 24th of next year, a 13-day tour begins in San Jose, the capital of Costa Rica, and you'll visit Tortuguero National Park for 3 days, including a visit to a relaxing lodge in the middle of a jungle. You'll see the rainforest, a turtle research station, take a nature tour, getting a glimpse into the life of some of the stunning wildlife in Costa Rica. To find out more about this amazing adventure, call Flyaway Travel at 672-5701.
Flame's so realistic you won't believe it's electric. Whether you're looking for an electric insert or built-in electric fireplace, the choice is yours. The Regency lineup of modern electric fireplaces offers high-quality craftsmanship, elegant styling, and realistic flames. Add in the high-efficiency electric heater and easy installation, the Regency modern electric fireplace quickly becomes an easy choice. Visit us at Fisher's Hearth and Home, corner of Llewellyn and Harvard. Make your fireplace dream a reality today.
Chuck Swarman Family Auto is looking for a lube technician to join their auto repair maintenance family. Shop experience preferred but not required. This would be a great entry-level opportunity for an auto enthusiast looking to learn the business. Pay scale determined by experience. Must have a valid driver's license with clean driving record to drive company vehicles. Minimum 18 years of age. If you think you've got what it takes, apply in person to Chuck Swarm Family Auto in Green.
Evergreen Family Medicine is proud.
Welcome back here to Jim McAfee Field in Medford as we get ready for Game 2 of our doubleheader. It's our Roseburg Disposal pregame show. You can let them make the run of the dump for you. Give them a call at 673-7122. Doc Stewart's get the win in Game 1, 5-3 the final score, and the Stewies will get the series win over Medford. And that is big there when it will all come down to it. The Docs will definitely have themselves in a good position as the season wears on. Now, there's still a lot of games left to go, but they've played the two other teams battling with them currently for first place in the Area 4 standings. So we'll see how things continue to play out here in Game 2. Doc Stewart's trying to get the sweep here of Medford today. We'll see if they're able to pull that off here coming up in just a few moments. So the Doc Stewarts with a big 5-3 win in Game 2. We've got starting lineups. We're going to put those together. It looks like we might be having a audio issue with the video stream, so we'll try to get that corrected for you, folks, and get that back up and running here in just a moment. So let's go ahead and take a 2-minute timeout. We'll come back. We'll hopefully have starting lineups all squared away for you. Try to get back to action with the video stream with the audio in there as well. Back after this 2-minute timeout on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Roseburg
You're clear.
proud sponsor of local RHS Sports. A few reminders.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
Going here. It's Dane St. Clair at the plate. He's got an 0-1 pitch from Cole Stofflet coming up. High and away. One count. One out. takes in the dirt. Ball gets away. Up to second base will go Avery. 2-2 count. I feel like our buzz has something to do with that power cord. 2-2 count. Swing and a miss. A ball in the dirt. St. Clair will run to first. There's 2 down. Staying at second base is Avery. So that'll bring up Daniel Withers after the strikeout for St. Clair. Stofflet gets his first strikeout. 2 down. Man out at second base. Stofflet trying to get Medford through things here in the first. Back to second base goes Avery. The pitch, breaking ball, low for ball 1 for Daniel Withers. Withers celebrating his birthday here today, I found out. So there are a lot of July 12th birthdays. Pickoff throw back to first base, or excuse me, second base. Brooks Avery out there after reaching on a 1-out single. Hit the outside corner for Stofflet. 1-1 count here for Withers. Daniel Withers Withers had 2 RBIs in game 1. He sends this one high in the air. Third baseman Caleb Long will call for it. He makes the catch in foul territory. That'll retire the side. Top half of the first in the books. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on. Go to the bottom of the first. Scoreless here on 541radio.com and on the score. 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
This is Better, and you're listening to Baseball on the Score.
Hurrah! The ants go marching 2 by 2. Hurrah! Hurrah!
Hurrah! Ants? What ants?
Look, Mom, they're marching right into the house.
The summertime means more bugs, but Cooper's Pest Control can stop those ants from marching and have them fleeing. And they'll keep those critters away with follow-up monthly scheduled maintenance. So don't be a slug and call Cooper's today. Cooper's Pest Control, 673-0363.
Playing sports isn't just about scoring touchdowns or making baskets. It's about building character, teamwork, and confidence. It teaches kids the value of hard work, discipline, and resilience. Plus, friends and memories. Because when they play sports, they're not just playing a game, they're shaping their future. Sports give your child.
There was a bit of buzzing when you were messing with it, but besides that, it sounds fine.
Okay.
Be with them for a lifetime. Brought to you by the Cow Creek Umpqua Tribe.
Hey, go already.
One half inning in the books. Go to the bottom of the first. Medford coming up to bat. We'll see if the Mustangs can grab the lead early as they try to get at least 1 win against the Doc Stewarts this season. Well, in league play. First pitch from Cam Hartzell. It's a pitch high, and it hits the batter. Well, I just pulled up the video stream. It sounds as if there is some sort of audio going through. It actually feels as if it's getting the audio from the radio feed coming back to us, but it does appear that something's going through, so hopefully fans can at least hear a little bit there, and I can maybe stop messing with everything. Everything is just so stinking warm right now. So it's
is 2 hit batters for Cam Hartzell to start out this bottom of the first inning. So let's get reset here. You've got 2 runners get on base to start things off in the first inning for Medford. Doc's got 1 man on in the first inning. Couldn't do anything with it. Out to the mound goes Coach Savage, and he will go out there for a solo conversation with Cam Hartzell, our starting pitcher here in Game 2. Now, it doesn't seem as if it's the best audio for the video stream, but I guess some audio is better than no audio. As we make our way to the nightcap here in the afternoon heat in Medford, it has been a scorcher. So 2 men on base for the Mustangs. See if we can get squared away on what's going on here in the ball game. Up to bat, I believe, is Jackson Rosenthal. He squares the bunt. Hartzell goes inside and mixes up Hellenthal, goes to the backstop, and both runners move up 90 feet. Still nobody out, a 1-0 count. Stewarts have activity already in their bullpen. Hey, that might have worked out there. So it might be my fan that is causing some audio issues. Okay, all right. See if we can get this dialed in for everybody. Pitch high and away. 2-0 count. With runners at second and third for Jackson Rosenthal. He'll hit a line drive to center field. Coming in, Paxton Burke can't make the catch. The ball gets by him a little bit. 1 run will easily score, and into second base goes Rosenthal. He'll have a double and drives in 1. Doc's good effort by Burke to get to that baseball quickly, and to make it a good effort to even almost get to that baseball. And that held the runners up long enough that the Docs were able to limit the damage. Just 1 run coming in there, but still runners at second and third. 1 run in and nobody out. So the Doc Stewarts, first pitch fouled away. 0-1 count to start for the cleanup hitter. The pitch is popped up in the air. Get out of play here. Just in front of us. I wasn't sure where that ball was either. Start to see people in front of you start flinching. You kind of think, oh God, here it comes. And it's an 0-2 count. Nobody out, runners at first and second and third. 1-0 Medford in front. Hartzell trying to settle in. Gets a ground ball right side. Docs might get an out of this one. Throw to first, they do. But a run will come in on the ground out. RBI ground out, 4-3 the put out. 1 down. Man at third base. And it brings up Kellen Willer. One out, man at third. 2 runs in so far for Medford. Low and outside, ball 1 for Hartzell. So our top of the order here, I'm trying to catch up with everybody here. Hartzell misses low and inside, 2-0 count. It was Easton Curtis to lead things off as expected. Then Tristan Wallace, they've both come in to score after getting hit up by a pitch to start things off. Wind really picking up as a pitch in for a strike for Cam. So Curtis and Wallace have both scored. Jackson Rosenthal had the RBI double.
Jeff and I moved to Oregon to raise a family, set our roots, and to have a lot of fun outdoors. We quickly realized that we needed a truck or a rig for the projects that we were doing in the backyard. When we were looking to find a place to finance our truck, we asked our patients, and everyone recommended Cascade Community Credit Union. It was so easy to work with Cascade. Everything was done via email, phone, and we didn't even need to go in. I can't wait to finish up the projects in the backyard, go on more adventures in our truck with our boys, and I look forward to working with Cascade again in the future.
Brook Communications radio stations have joined forces with the News Review and Lotus Web Services, announcing the Lotus Media Group, a multimedia enterprise. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen with Lotus Media Group, LLC.com.
First pitch swung on and missed for strike one. Tristan Ledbetter on in relief of Cam Hartzell. And hits the inside corner for strike two. With runners at first and second, so far 4 runs in for Medford here in game 2. The 0-2 pitch. Ooh, not sure where that one missed. It'll go to 1-2. Up to bat the 8-hitter. This is Jimmy Morgan, who is starting at catcher here in game 2. Takes low and outside from Ledbetter. 2 balls, 2 strikes. A hot one down here in Medford today. Docs have been hot against Medford, winning the first 3. They were behind 4-0 here in game 4 of the series. As a ball hit left field, it's going to land in front of Dane St. Clair. He'll get it back in quickly, but it'll be another base hit for Medford, whose bats have come alive in this one, and they have the bases loaded, still just 1 away. 9th hitter will come to the plate for the Mustangs. Tristan Ledbetter has given up 3 straight hits in relief of Cam Hartzell. He will face Kyle Cope, the shortstop, in the 9 position. First pitch here for Ledbetter, who inherited a bit of a pickle and is trying to find a way through it. He misses low, 1-0 count. Camden Hartzell faces the first 6 batters, gave up just 2 hits allowed for Hartzell, but he hit the first 2 batters, walked one in there, and it did not go well. It's a pitch in the dirt. Hellenthal behind the plate does a nice job to stop it. Two balls, no strikes. With the bases loaded and 1 away, that ball fouled off the front foot for Kyle Cope. At third base is Davis Carr. At second base is Caleb Long. And Jimmy Morgan on at first. Looking for a ground ball they can turn to with here. There is one. It goes to Anderson. Gets it to Avery. Back to Johnson. Not in time. They'll get 1 out of 2. Now runners on the corners. Another run in for Medford. They're on top 5-0 with 2 away and back to the top of the order. Fielder's choice for Cope. Drives in a run. Morgan out at second. Coming in to score was Carr. Caleb Long at third. And up to bat for a second time here in the inning is Easton Curtis. Curtis DHing once again. He'll take ball 1. He's batting for the second time in the first inning, and he's facing a second pitcher. Got runners on the corners with 2 down. Runner goes from first. No throw by Hellenthal. 2-0 count. Into second base goes Cope. One, two, three, four, 5 runs in for the Medford Mustangs. Bottom of the first. Inside. 3-0 count. First base is unoccupied currently. 3-0 pitch. Down the middle for a strike. Three-one pitch for Tristan Ledbetter. Ball 4. So hit by a pitch and now walked for Easton Curtis. He'll load the bases. And that brings up 2-hitter. Tristan Wallace up for a second time, the center fielder. Wallace will take low and inside, ball 1. Doc Stewart's pitching staff hitting a wall here in game 2. 11th hitter to the plate here in the first inning. Inside for Ledbetter. He can't get the strike zone call on the inside corner. A 2-0 delivery is high. And it's going to be a 3-0 count. A walk would bring in another run for the Mustangs. Bases loaded, and there is strike 1. Tristan Wallace thinking he could coax the umpire into a ball 4 call. Gets pulled back to the plate. 3-1 here for Ledbetter. Gets him to pop this one straight up in the air. Playable for Brooks Avery at shortstop. That ball took forever to come down, and Avery will make the catch. He had to take a step into the outfield grass as that ball came down the backside of the lip. And the Doc Stewarts have their work cut out for them to get out of the first inning. 5-0 the score. Medford in front. Back after this 1-minute timeout on 541radio.com and on the score 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
At Douglas County Farmers Co-op, we want your four-legged friends to be healthy and happy. That's why we stock a carefully curated selection of pet, equine, and livestock supplies. From the premium foods your pets crave to grooming and show supplies that help you shine in the show ring, you'll find it at Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Our knowledgeable staff are here to help with those tough pet and livestock care questions. Stop by or shop at DouglasCountyFarmersCoop.com.
It's time to get your game on with Mountain Mike's oven roasted chicken wings. They're meaty, juicy, in 4 bold sauces ready to tempt your taste buds. And they're hand sauced and tossed for every order. It's game on with Mountain Mike's Pizza oven roasted chicken wings. Get your wings today. Order online or on our app for carryout or delivery.
Well, if the Doc Stewarts want to pull off a 4-game sweep against Medford, they're going to have to do so with a big comeback here in Game 2. The one positive they have is they are down early. They've got plenty of time to try to make their way back into this one. They trail 5-0. Start the second inning with Cal Robbins up to bat. His first pitch swinging, he's got a base hit. He'll find the alley out in left center. It is cut off by Tristan Wallace, and back to first base will go Robbins. A leadoff single for the Doc Stewarts here in the top of the second inning. Cal Robbins just got around on that inner half pitch. Nice easy swinging. Puts that one into left center. 1 on, nobody out. It'll be Jake Johnson to bat. Pick-off throw to first. Robbins back in. Jake Johnson starting at first base again here in Game 2. On the mound, Cole Stofflet, the big right-hander. Breaking ball. That ball's well hit out to left field, but twisting and able to get underneath the ball. The left fielder will make the catch. That's Eli Havey out in left field this time. Well struck ball there by Jake, just couldn't get it to land. There's one away. That'll bring up Ty Hellenthal. 1 out and a man at first base. Hellenthal got the win on the mound in Game 1. Now he's back behind the plate. He was our interview guest in between contests. Long day. Starting pitcher going 5 innings in this heat. Now he's got to wear the gear back behind the plate. Long day for Ty. See how he holds up. A 1-0 pitch. He gets underneath it towards center field. Going back, Wallace seems to have a read on it. He'll make the catch. Robbins will head back to first. 2 down on a couple of fly ball outs for the Doc Stewarts. And that'll bring up Logan Anderson, the second baseman. Cole Stofflet gave up a leadoff single to Cal Robbins, who's at first base. And he's been able to keep things quiet ever since. First pitch ducking out of the way. Logan Anderson takes a 1-0 count. Anderson did have a hit in Game 1. Gets underneath one, fouls it back for strike 1. Cole Collins, the right fielder, waiting on deck here in the top of the second inning. The 1-1 pitch to Logan Anderson. Breaking ball stays high. 2 balls, 1 strike. Logan Anderson with Cal Robbins at first base after his leadoff single. There's a breaking ball in for a strike. Don Stewart's with 2 hits so far in the ball game. Stofflet with 2 outs, the 2-2 pitch. Got Anderson to reach for that one, trying to protect. He skies it in the air on the infield. And the shortstop, Kyle Cope, makes the catch to finish off the top of the 2nd inning. So the Doc Stewarts unable to threaten in the 2nd. They continue to trail 5-0 our score. We go to the bottom of the 2nd here on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
This broadcast of Roseburg Dr. Stewart's American Legion Baseball is brought to you locally by Barnes Heating and Cooling, Cascade Community Credit Union, DC Farmers Co-op, Dr. Alanson Randall, Travel Leaders Flyaway Travel. Tune in throughout the summer for Dr. Stewart's American Legion Baseball on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Jackson Rosenthal will lead things off for Medford as we start the bottom of the 2nd. On the mound, Tristan Ledbetter issues a curveball for strike 1. Docs baseball here on the score, brought to you by, I'll tell you in a moment, ground ball to Anderson at 2nd. Will take his time, fires it to first, gets a ground ball out for the first out here in the 2nd. It'll bring up Eli Havey, the left fielder. He grounded out in the 1st and drove in a run. Today's game brought to you by Roseburg Disposal. Let them make the run to the dump for you. Give them a call at 673-7122. Outside, 1-0 count to start here for Eli Havey. Ledbetter's breaking ball bounces in the dirt in the left-handed batter's box for a 2-0 count. Today's game brought to you by Barnes Heating and Cooling, your complete energy company. Ball fouled away, strike 1 out of play. Your complete energy company, visit barnesheatingandcooling.com or call them at 541-459-1545. Two-one. That ball well struck out towards left field. It's going to find the alley. Dane St. Clair can't cut it off. He'll get to it in front of the warning track, in with a stand-up double for Eli Havey. So runner at second base with 1 away for the Doc Stewarts. That brings up Kellen Willer. He drew a walk in the 1st inning, eventually came around to score. Man out at second with 1 away. Ledbetter misses low. Willer bats in the 5 spot. Out at second base, Logan Anderson holding the runner on, the second baseman. That ball hit right side. Cole Collins on the run towards the foul line. It's a fair ball. Safe at first. Nobody knew what the call was. It call a fair ball. So the Doc Stewart's dugout was wondering what the call was. Nobody seemed to make a call. I was a little confused as well. I was waiting to see more of a clear signal. I didn't see anything. Kellen Willer gets on with a single down the right field side. Up to third base went Eli Havey. Runners on the corners with one out, low for Tristan Ledbetter. Davis Carr had an RBI double to right field in the first inning. That ball sank right in front of Cole Collins out there. Made a diving attempt, couldn't come up with it. That ball fouled off for strike one. Hot one out here today. I got a feeling I'm going home looking like a lobster here today. 1-1 pitch here for Tristan Ledbetter. Runner going. That ball slapped in the air on the infield. Playable. Logan Anderson makes a catch. Double play. Got him at first. With the runner going at first, Kellen Willer late to get back to the bag at first, and that double play will finish off the second inning. Medford unable to get anything added to their lead. They're on top 5-0. We go to the top of the third inning here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Looking for a great lunch and great value with endless options for everyone? Then hurry over to Mountain Mike's Pizza for our all-you-can-eat lunch buffet. For one low price, you can choose from a variety of signature and specialty hot and delicious pizzas. Then build your own salad your way with a wide selection of fresh vegetables, toppings, and dressings with as little or as much as you want. Mountain Mike's Weekday Lunch Buffet. It's lunch and salad bar the way it ought to be.
This broadcast of Roseburg Dr. Stewart's American Legion Baseball is brought to you locally by Fisher's Hearth and Home, Chuck Swarm and Family Auto Repair, Roseburg Disposal, Southern Septic, Evergreen Family Medicine. Tune in throughout the summer for Dr. Stewart's American Legion Baseball on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Here at Jim McAbee Field in Medford, where the Roseburg Dr. Stewarts trail 5-0 against the Medford Mustangs. Docs have won the first three in this four-game series. Now they look to try and see if they can get the four-game sweep, but they're going to have to come back from a 5-0 deficit. 9-1 hitters coming up. It'll be Cole Collins to lead things off. First pitch in the dirt from Cole Stofflet. 1-0 count. Collins, Burke, and Avery, your three hitters due up. 1-0 pitch, fouled away by Collins for strike one. Got a piece of that one, redirected it into the catcher, Jimmy Morgan, who will walk out to the mound. Give everybody a breather there. Morgan behind the plate, Kellen Willer at first. Got Davis Carr at second, Kyle Cope at short, and Caleb Long at third, your infield defense for the Mustangs. 1-1 pitch. Cole Collins takes high and away. 2 balls and a strike. In the outfield, in left, you've got Eli Havey. In center, Tristan Wallace. And in right field is Jackson Rosenthal. Ball hit in the air. Right side, Rosenthal playable, battling the wind. He makes the catch. 1 away. Top of the order coming back up for the Doc Stewarts. Paxton Burke flew out to center field his first time up. Hit it pretty well, but it was straight away center and playable for Tristan Wallace out there. So Burke will try to see if he can get a hit here in his second at-bat as we're in the third inning. Doc's trying to mount a rally. Ground ball right side. Bounding ground ball to the second baseman. And in front of it, Davis Carr will make the play to first, 2 down. Brooks Avery had a little dump single into left field his first time up. 1 for 1 in the game. He has 1 of 2 hits for the Doc Stewarts here today. He has a 7-game hit streak going with that hit in his first at-bat. Cole Stofflet will deliver a fastball. There's another base hit, and Brooks Avery is scorching the baseball this season. He's got a 2-out single to left field, and he's hitting to all fields. It's really been impressive. Game 1, he had 1 base hit, and it was an opposite field single through the right side of the infield. So he is just finding a way to put the ball in play, and he's been doing it at a very good clip. 2 away. Dane St. Clair will try to get going after going 3 for 4 in Game 1. He struck out swinging in the first inning. Here in Game 2, he's going to line one just over the outstretched arm of Davis Carr. The second baseman can't leap high enough to get to that one. And the Doc Stewarts will have back-to-back singles here in the third. Come with 2 outs, though, so they're going to have to keep the rally going. With the heart of the lineup here, though, that was the dangerous part of the order in Game 1. Here in Game 2, they're trying to follow that up. The heart of the order is always brought to you by American Family Insurance. They're at the heart of it all. When life hands you a tough road or you just want to be prepared, turn to Lynette McAllister for all of your insurance needs. Cole Stofflet gets a swing and a miss for strike 1 against Daniel Withers. Boone flew out to the third baseman his first time up. The 0-1 count for Stofflet. Misses outside. Brooks Avery puts the brakes on quickly out at second base. Goes back to the bag. 1-1 count. Avery was hoping to get a good jump on that ball in the dirt, thinking it might get by Jimmy Morgan behind the plate. The 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball hits the outside corner for strike 2. Brooks Avery out at second. Dane St. Clair at first. At the plate, Daniel Withers. RBI opportunity. Doc's looking to break the goose egg in the third inning here. Withers swings through for strike 3. Chases the breaking ball. Can't connect. Docs will leave 2 stranded. We go to the bottom of the third. 5-0 Medford in front here on 541radio.com and on the Score. 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Cast of Roseburg Dr. Stewart's American Legion Baseball is brought to you locally by MSK True Value, DR Johnson Lumber, and Umpqua Valley Fire Services.
Turn your home into your dream sanctuary with help from Douglas County Farmers Co-op. For over 100 years, we've carried everything you need to keep your garden and crops green and growing, including a large selection of soil mixes, composts, fertilizers, and other soil amendments. You'll also find stones, boulders, gravel, and more to add structure and diversity to your yard. Stop by or shop at DouglasCountyFarmersCoop.com.
Hold on to your taste buds because the heat is on. Introducing Mountain Mike's new jalapeno nut nuts. For limited time, they're just $5.99. Order online or on our app for dine-in, carry-out, or delivery.
Still 5-0. Medford with all 5 runs back in the first inning against Camden Hartzell. Tristan Ledbetter has taken over, and he will face Caleb Long. The first pitch is skied in the air to Paxton Burke in center. He makes the catch, 1 away. Nice start there for Ledbetter. First out here in the bottom of the third inning. Jimmy Morgan, the catcher, 1 for 1 in the game. He will bat. Caleb Long was the first hitter to face off against Tristan Ledbetter, who came on in relief in the first inning. Jimmy Morgan followed with a single. And it was Long and Morgan back-to-back singles to start off things there in the bottom of the first against Tristan Ledbetter. Ball popped up, right side. Jake Johnson will not get a chance. That ball out of play. 1-1 count for Jimmy Morgan. Today's game brought to you by Dr. Lance and Randall Family and Cosmetic Dentistry. Visit drrandall.com or give them a call at 541-378-6694. Outside for Ledbetter, 2-1 count. Well, it looks like the day started off with 3 wins for all of our local teams. Ball fouled sharply down the third base side, just past Coach King there in the box. I was going to say I thought they did, but yeah, Pepsi might have ended up losing. North Coos might have nope, Pepsi. Looks like they went extra innings in that game. As a ball hit towards short, Brooks Avery across the diamond. Big stretch by Jake Johnson for the put out at first. Jake hangs on, stays on the bag, and it's a 6-3 put out, 2 away. Throws a little bit high from Avery, not too high, but Jake had stretched a little early, trying to make sure he got out there in time because that was going to be a bang-bang play, and he had to reach up as he was stretching out. I believe Pepsi ended up winning 9-6 in their game, winning in extra innings. First pitch, one hopper to Avery at short, long throw, not in time. Avery didn't get it across the diamond there in time. Took a little bit too much time to try and get out of his hands. Got to him kind of quick. He had to set up for a long throw, but he didn't get it out of his hand quick enough. Infield single for Kyle Cope, beating out the throw. Top of the order, Easton Curtis has been a very difficult out. He's gotten on base twice here in this one. Hit by pitch and a walk. Runner takes off, throw down to second base. Avery with the tag. They got him big time. Kyle Cope tries to steal second. He gets caught stealing, and that will make up for things here in the third inning. Anderson with the tag on the throw by Ellenthal, and the third will come to an end. For Medford, no runs, 1 hit. No errors for the Doc Stewarts. Nobody left on base. We go to the top of the 4th inning. Docs trail 5-0 on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Johnson Lumber Company, a forward-thinking family company, has been operating in the Douglas County community for over 60 years. Founded by Don R. Johnson, the man who set the tone of commitment to these local communities by providing stable, long-term employment. D.R. Johnson Lumber Company understands the significance of investing in our youth because they are the foundation of our future. That's why they're a proud supporter of Roseburg Doc Stewarts. Come watch the Docs swing some lumber with D.R. Johnson Lumber Company. Go Docs!
This broadcast of Roseburg Dr. Stewart's American Legion Baseball is brought to you locally by Neal Company Real Estate, American Family Insurance, Champion Car Wash, Cooper's Pest Control, Mountain Mike's Pizza. Tune in throughout the summer for Dr. Stewart's American Legion Baseball on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
We head to the top of the 4th inning. Today's game brought to you by Chuck Swarman Family Auto Repair. Are you ready to go where life takes you? Top of the 4th inning, Doc Stewarts have Cal Robbins, Jake Johnson, and Ty Hellenthal all scheduled to come up to bat. Trailing 5-0 in this one. They need a rally. Docs were ahead 4-0 in Game 1 against Medford, and the Mustangs rallied, getting 3 in 1 inning and getting back into that game. Docs looking to try and do something similar. First pitch from Cole Stofflet, though, in for a strike. This is the first time the Doc Stewarts have trailed against Medford in this league series. Medford did have 2 non-league wins against Roseburg. Ground ball, foul, third base side, strike 2. So the Docs have made up for those non-league losses. I'd love to get a season sweep against Medford, but if they could finish with a split here today, they would have at least accomplished their goal when they came down here, which was to get at least 1 and take the series. The 0-2 pitch to Robbins is high. He checks up his swing. Robbins had a base hit in the second inning. Leadoff single, but he was left stranded at first. Stofflet, the big right-hander on the mound, kicks and fires. And there's another base hit for Robbins. He pulls it to left field, in for a base hit, and Cal is on with another leadoff single for the Doc Stewarts, their 5th hit in the contest. 1 on, nobody out. Jake Johnson will try to see if he can get going here in Game 2 like he was in Game 1, where he had 3 hits. Jake hit a ball pretty well, kind of got it on the screws in the second inning, but it was right to the left fielder, Eli Havey, who almost misplayed it, but was able to get underneath it. Wind is blowing out to the left field corner as a first pitch in high and inside. Not blowing out to left field, is kind of blowing out to the left field foul line. .1-0 delivery from Stofflet with Robbins on at first. Stofflet taking his time. Now kicks and fires in, misses low and inside. 2-0 count. Doc Stewart's first hit of the ballgame was Brooks Avery, bank in the first inning. First hit's always brought to you by MSK True Value. Make sure your projects are a hit with a stop by the MSK family of stores in Myrtle Creek and Tri-City. 2-0 pitch for Stofflet. Jake gets popped up on the infield. Shortstop Kyle Cope makes the catch. 1 away, and it brings up Ty Hellenthal. Ty Hellenthal flew out to center field on a ball he hit pretty well, but not hard enough to get by. Hellenthal did not bat in Game 1. Starting pitcher, they used a DH for him. He gets a chance to hit for himself as the catcher here in Game 2. Takes high for ball 1. There's some activity going on in the bullpen for the Doc Stewarts. Coach Doolittle's there going through some instructions with the guy he's working with. Ground ball, kind of slow roller towards third, picked up by Long. Throw to second for 1. Throw to first will not be in time. Hellenthal will get on base with a fielder's choice. Out at second base is Cal Robbins. So there's 2 away. Logan Anderson will bat. His second at bat against Stofflet. First time up, he popped out to the shortstop. Kickoff throw, not in time. So Doc's in the second inning. Cal Robbins got on with a leadoff single. Didn't come around any further past first. Here in the 4th inning, he gets on with the leadoff single, and he gets forced out at second. Doc's without a runner past first base so far. Looking to change it here. Strike on a breaking ball. Hits the bottom of the zone. Logan Anderson looking for a 2-out rally to get started here. Pickoff throw again to first base. Hellenthal in safely. Top of the 4th inning. 5-0 lead. Medford in front. Stofflet's pitch, a little bit high. 1-1 count. Docs will be back to action coming up on Sunday. This is wrapping up. This is Game 6 in 5 days for the Doc Stewarts in Area 4 play. Ground ball, third base, picked up by Caleb Long. He makes the toss across the diamond. And Logan Anderson will be the third out here in the 4th inning. Doc Stewart's no runs, 1 hit, no errors. 1 man left on base. Go to the bottom of the 4th, Docs. Trailing 5-0 on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
Go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Doc Stewart's trail 5-0 against the Medford Mustangs. Easton Curtis, the leadoff man, up to bat for a 3rd time. Take high and away from Tristan Ledbetter. Docs baseball brought to you by Flyway Travel. Contact the travel experts at Travel Leader Flyway Travel. Make sure you have an agent in your corner during these complicated travel times. Give them a call at 541-672-5701. Called strike on a curveball there for Ledbetter. 1-1 pitch is high. Easton Curtis was at the plate in the 3rd inning when Kyle Cope was caught stealing to finish the inning. So he gets to start over again here, and he's got a 3-1 count. Medford with 7 hits in the ballgame. Docs with 5 hits in this one so far. 3-1 pitch misses high, ball 4. 5-pitch walk issued, and that's a 2nd walk in the game for Curtis. He's been on base all 3 times. First walk issued by Ledbetter. Brings up Tristan Wallace. Wallace is 0 for 1 in the game. Reached on getting hit by a pitch in the 1st inning and scored a run. Part of that 5-run first for Medford. Pitch in the dirt, heading for second base. No throw by Hellenthal. Curtis will get into scoring position. Ball didn't get away that far, but it got away far enough. Curtis got a good read on it and immediately was heading for second as soon as that ball was headed to the dirt. Here in the bottom of the 4th, the man at second with nobody out. Top of the order here for the Mustangs. Another ball gets away from Hellenthal, but he tracks it down, and staying at second base is Curtis. 2-0 count for Tristan Wallace, starting center fielder for the Mustangs. Long, cold shower feels really appealing right now. High and inside, 3-0 count. It's been a long, dusty, sweaty day here at the ballpark in Medford. We'll have trips to Redmond coming up next week. Klamath Falls after that. Those will be probably toasty as well. Strike on the inside corner on the 3-0 pitch. So, not necessarily like we are going to get much of a reprieve from the conditions, but this is definitely a toasty one down here. Weather hitting 100 degrees here in Medford as a pickoff throw to second, not in time. Reports from my wife back home in Roseburg that TV news saying we hit 100 degrees here in Medford today. I believe it. 3-1 pitch for Tristan Ledbetter to Tristan Wallace. A ground ball to short. Brooks Avery with time throws, gets the out at first. One away, up to third base goes Easton Curtis. So with one out, a man at third base for the Medford Mustangs. Medford shutting out the Doc Stewart so far. Jackson Rosenthal check swing, takes strike one. Wind is picking up. That's nice. It helps keep things moving around here. Don't get too stale with the hot air. But nothing's going to change the fact that it is a toasty one. 1-1 count. Docs will be in action again on Sunday. They're going to be in the Salem area at Willamette University. Low and inside, 2-1 count to Jackson Rosenthal, the left-handed batter. Docs will take on the Salem Whitnell Dodgers in Game 1, and then Game 2 that day they play against the Portland Barbers. It's a 2-1 pitch, slapped, everybody ducking out of the way. Coach King, Easton Curtis, all getting out of the way of that laser beam down the third base line, foul. Stays a 2-2 count with a man at third and one away here in the bottom of the fourth. Infield is playing in, looking to possibly cut off the run at home if possible. In the dirt, count goes full for Jackson Rosenthal. So games will be coming up on Sunday. We are actually not going to have broadcast coverage of those games for those that normally tune in to catch it. So we're going to take Sunday off, and then we will be back to action on Monday with a trip to Redmond to go cover those games. 3-2 pitch from Ledbetter. Got him to chase on the outside heat. A strikeout for Tristan. First strikeout for the Doc Stewart's pitchers here in this one. Strikeouts are brought to you by Mountain Mike's Pizza at the corner of Bellows and Harvard in Roseburg. Mountain Mike's Pizza, the way it ought to be. 2 down. That's a big strikeout with a man at third. And it'll bring up Eli Havey, who had a double his last time up. He takes high for ball one. So again, no broadcast coverage on Sunday, but we'll be back to action on Monday with the trip to Redmond. So the non-leaguers, we're going to take those off and be back to action for you not that long after. Ball into left field, just out of the reach of Daniel Withers at third, into foul territory down the left field line. Curtis will score on the second double of the game for Eli Havey. He's got 2 RBI as well, and a 2-out, 2-bagger makes it 6-0. That'll bring up Kellen Willer, who is 1 for 1 with a single and a walk. Not sure if I'm seeing something or if it's truly looks like maybe some smoke off in the distance over the left field fence this time of year. Never a good sign. We know that there's the big wildfire going on east of us here, out near Eagle Point area. So a little bit of hazy here, but this is something different, it looks like. Tristan Ledbetter, 1-0 pitch outside. I think 1-1. Scoreboard reads 2-0. It is 1-1. That's what I had, but then I looked at the scoreboard. 1-1 pitch from Ledbetter. Hit towards third, picked up by Withers. Over to Jake Johnson for the final out. Docs get it 1 batter too late, but they will get out of things here in the fourth. A run comes in for Medford, and they lead it 6-0 as we go to the top of the 5th inning. Docs starting to run low on chances. Need to get the offense going here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
My wife and I moved to Oregon to raise a family, set our roots, and to have a lot of fun outdoors. We quickly realized that we needed a truck or a rig for the projects that we were doing in the backyard. When we were looking to find a place to finance our truck, we asked our patients, and everyone recommended Cascade Community Credit Union. It was so easy to work with Cascade. Everything was done via email, phone, and we didn't even need to go in. I can't wait to finish up the projects in the backyard, go on more adventures in our truck with our boys, and I look forward to working with Cascade again in the future.
Brook Communications radio stations have joined forces with a news review and Lotus Web Services, announcing the Lotus Media Group, a multimedia enterprise. Web, broadcast, print. Make it happen with Lotus Media Group, LLC.com.
Cole Stofflet throwing a shutout right now against the Doc Stewarts, and he's got a 6-0 lead to try and protect as we head to the top of the 5th inning. Doc Stewarts gave up 5 in the first, give up 1 there in the 4th. They find themselves down by 6, but they start the 5th inning with the 9-1 hitters coming up against Stofflet. It'll be Cole Collins, who flew out to right field his last time up. So apparently there is a small fire that did get started not far from here. I believe is the one that I'm seeing some of the smoke cloud for as a pitch in for a strike. The Jimmy John's fire, currently reported at 1/10 of an acre. That was about 3 minutes ago. It looks like the first report came in. As another breaking ball inside corner to Cole Collins, and Cole finds himself with an 0-2 count, taking a couple of breaking balls right at the knees on the inner half. 0-2 pitch. Wow. 3 straight benders on the inside corner for Cole Stofflet, and he gets Cole Collins. Strikeout number 2 on the day for Stofflet. 1 away. Top of the order coming up, Paxton Burke. Somehow they, I guess, maybe trying to throw the ball around, or I was looking down to write things in my book, and the ball was over at first base. Coach Savage seemed to have something he was trying to chirp about. The umpire at first base was shrugging. I'm not sure exactly what that was about there. Pitch in the dirt, 1-0 count for Burke. Paxton is 0 for 2. Bounding left-handed against the righty. Takes low and inside. 2 balls, no strikes. Looks like they have stopped the forward progress of the Jimmy John's fire. Good to hear. That might have been why we saw a fire truck drive by in between games. That would explain some things. 2-0 pitch. Ground ball, chopper foul, first base side for Burke. Goes to a 2-1 count. Here in Medford, wrapping up this 4-game series with the Mustangs. Docs taking the first 3. Medford in control here in Game 4 of the series. 2-1 pitch. Bounces in the dirt, 3-1. And at the start of the week, if we had told you the Docs would go 4-2 with 6 league games against Eugene and Medford, I think everybody would have been okay signing up for that. 3-1 pitch, grounder towards first, picked up by Willer. He'll race to the bag himself and gets the put out. 2 away. It'll bring up Brooks Avery, who's 2 for 2 in the ball game. He's got 2 of the 5 hits for the Doc Stewarts in this one. Docs trailing 6-0. Brooks Avery, 2 hits here in this one. Had 1 hit in game 1. Again, a 7-game hit streak going now. And he will step up. First pitch swinging. Hits it hard out to right field. Playable out there, though, and the catch is made by Rosenthal. That'll finish off a 1-2-3 inning for Cole Stofflet and the Medford Mustangs. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. First 1-2-3 inning for Stofflet. First time Docs don't get a hit in a half inning. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. It's 6-0 Medford on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
At Douglas County Farmers Co-op, we want your four-legged friends to be healthy and happy. That's why we stock a carefully curated selection of pet, equine, and livestock supplies. From the premium foods your pets crave to grooming and show supplies that help you shine in the show ring, you'll find it at Douglas County Farmers Co-op. Our knowledgeable staff are here to help with those tough pet and livestock care questions. Stop by or shop at DouglasCountyFarmersCoop.com.
It's time to get your game on with Mountain Mike's oven roasted chicken wings. They're meaty, juicy, in 4 bold sauces ready to tempt your taste buds. And they're hand sauced and tossed for every order. It's game on with Mountain Mike's Pizza oven roasted chicken wings. Get your wings today. Order online or on our app for carryout or delivery.
Taj Flores is going to take over on the mound for the Doc Stewarts as we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Tristan Ledbetter will exit. Ledbetter pitched 3 2/3 innings for the Doc Stewarts. Gave up 5 hits. Only credited with 1 run, though. He had 1 walk and finished with 1 strikeout. So it'll bring up Davis Carr to lead things off against the new man on the mound for the Doc Stewarts. Taj Flora making just his 2nd appearance. He's got an inning and 2/3 of work. He'll fire a first pitch that misses for ball 1. Didn't look like a bad pitch. Not a bad way to start things off. Davis Carr will take low, 2-0. Davis Carr is 1 for 2 in the game with a double, a run scored, and an RBI. Takes high and away. The count goes 3-0 from Flora. There's a 4-pitch walk issued to Davis Carr. 3rd walk issued by Doc's pitchers here in today's ball game. No walks by Cole Stofflet, the opposing pitcher for Medford. Walks by the opposing pitcher are brought to you by Umpqua Valley Fire Services. Things can get out of control quickly. That's why they provide unmatched fire safety and services with fire extinguisher and fire sprinkler services, plus much more. Visit uvfs.net for more information. Pitch low and outside, 1-0 count. Caleb Long at the plate is 1 for 2 with an RBI single. He gets hit by a pitch as he tried to duck out of the way, unable to do so. Runners at 1st and 2nd. 3rd hit batter for the Docs pitchers. Ty Hellenthal will go out for a brief meeting with Flora to get him settled down. $6-0 ball game. Medford in control in this one right now. Sun making its way towards the horizon out to the right field side. Pitch low and inside, 1-0 count. Here in the bottom of the 5th. Taj Flores yet to throw a strike, and he buries that one in the dirt. The runners will all hold. Goes to a 2-0 count. At the plate, Jimmy Morgan is 1 for 2. He had a single in the first inning. That was the big inning for Medford. 3-0 count. Medford, they're going to be on the road at Redmond tomorrow. They've got a doubleheader against the Generals, the SunWest Generals, tomorrow. Docs will be out there for their doubleheader against Redmond on Monday. There is a strike. 3-0 pitch in for a called strike. Jimmy Morgan, 3-1 pitch coming up from Taj Flora. Hit the inside corner for a called strike, and Flora works his way back into this at-bat. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The 3-2 pitch for Flora. The 6'5" righty gets a fly ball right side. That's out of play. Morgan will stay alive, battle his way back in. At second base, Davis Carr. At first base, Caleb Long. A walk and a hit batter to start things here in the 5th for Flora. The big righty just misses inside, and he will load him up with nobody out. Another walk for Flora. Bases are loaded. Here comes Coach Savage out to the mound. He'll have a one-on-one meeting with Flora. Live video coverage is brought to you by the Cow Creek Tribe. We appreciate them. I know the video stream, at least the audio side, is struggling a little bit for us here today in Game 2. Game 1, as far as I know, went okay. But I think just we are battling the elements a little bit more than the element or that the equipment can handle. So, honestly, thankful that we are on the air at all at the moment. And thanks to all of you for your patience sticking through a lot of this. Today's game is sponsored by Fisher's Hearth and Home, serving Douglas County for over 30 years with the largest selection of wood, gas, pellet, and electric stoves and fireplaces in the area. Now the umpire heads out to break up the conference between Coach Savage and Flora. Bases loaded. Kyle Cope will bat. He is 1 for 2 on the day, does have an RBI. Well, that came on a fielder's choice, and the first pitch, strike 1 for Flora. Third at-bat of the day for Cope. Gets around on one, lifts it to left field. Diving attempt, can't get there. Out of the reach of Dane St. Clair. He'll chase it to the wall. This is going to clear 3 runs coming home. And it is a triple for Kyle Cope to make it 9-0 Medford. Still nobody out here in the 5th inning. 3 runs come in on the triple for Kyle Cope. Just out of the reach of Dane St. Clair out there. Diving attempt goes head first, and that ball rolled all the way to the wall after he came up just a bit short. Carr, Long, and Morgan all come around to score. First pitch low for ball 1 to Easton Curtis, and suddenly if Kyle Cope comes around to score as they pitch in for a strike, if Kyle Cope comes around to score, this game could end here early with the mercy rule in effect after 5 innings. Pitch low and inside, 2-1 count. Obviously, we'd like to see the Doc Stewarts come back and win and get a sweep, but you know, it's been a long, hot day. Right now, the way things are looking, might be all right to just head home a little early. It's a ground ball left side, that should do it. Easton Curtis will have a base hit, that drives in a run, and there is the ball game. 10-0. Medford will 10-run Roseburg here in Game 2. But the Docs take 3 out of 4 against the Mustangs. They can go home feeling pretty happy about themselves that they got 1 in the 2 here in Medford today. And they can say that they hold the head-to-head advantage against the Medford Mustangs. 10-0 the final here in Game 2. We are going to take a timeout. We'll come back and we'll do a quick post-game show and start tearing things down and try and cool everything off, including yours truly. Back after this break here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
To us, pizza the way it ought to be isn't just our slogan. It's our promise and our passion to give you the best dining experience and the best tasting pizza you expect. For over 40 years, we've been making pizza the way it ought to be, handmade with the freshest and finest ingredients. Our dough is made fresh daily, and we use 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese and toppings to the edge. There's pizza, and then there's Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it ought to be.
Turn your home into your dream sanctuary with help from Douglas County Farmers Co-op. For over 100 years, we've carried everything you need to keep your garden and crops green and growing, including a large selection of soil mixes, composts, fertilizers, and other soil amendments. You'll also find stones, boulders, gravel, and more to add structure and diversity to your yard. Stop by or shop at DouglasCountyFarmersCoop.com.
D.R. Johnson Lumber Company, a forward-thinking family company, has been operating in the Douglas County community for over 60 years. Founded by Don R. Johnson, the man who set the tone of commitment to these local communities by providing stable, long-term employment. D.R. Johnson Lumber Company understands the significance of investing in our youth because they are the foundation of our future. That's why they're a proud supporter of Roseburg Dock Stewart's. Come watch the Docks swing some lumber with D.R. Johnson Lumber Company. Go Docks!
My wife and I moved to Oregon to raise a family, set our roots, and to have a lot of fun outdoors. We quickly realized that we needed a truck or a rig for the projects that we were doing in the backyard. When we were looking to find a place to finance our truck, we asked our patients, and everyone recommended Cascade Community Credit Union. It was so easy to work with Cascade. Everything was done via email, phone, and we didn't even need to go in. I can't wait to finish up the projects in the backyard, go on more adventures in our truck with our boys, and I look forward to working with Cascade again in the future.
Well, definitely a tough way to put a final bow on this series with Medford. Docks lose 10-0 here in 5 innings in Game 2 of our twin bill on a hot one here in Medford. Feels like maybe the Docks just kind of ran out of steam in Game 2, knowing that they had taken 3 out of 4. Again, I think there's no reason to feel bad about what was accomplished here today. And the Docks, I think we would have known that they would have been very happy with taking 1 out of 2. But the way things started in Game 1, you kind of thought, okay, can they finish it off? In Game 2, a little bit of a disappointment there. Not competitive in a 10-0 loss. Taking a look at your D.R. Johnson Lumber Company scoreboard update, a progressive family-owned company proudly supporting our local youth. Come on out and watch the Docks swing some lumber. D.R. Johnson making lumber since 1951. No runs, 5 hits, no errors, 5 men left on base for the Dock Stewarts, 10 runs, 9 hits, no errors, and 6 men left on base for Medford. Cole Stofflet will get the win. He pitches all 5 innings. He gives up 5 hits, but no runs. Finished with no walks and 2 strikeouts. He'll pick up the victory. Cam Hartzell will take the loss. He only went a third of the inning. He will go to 1-3 on the season. Gave up 5 runs on 2 hits, 1 walk, and 2 hit batters. No strikeouts in there for Hartzell. Medford scored 5 in the first inning on 4 hits, 2 hit batters, and 1 walk in there. They would add 1 run in the 4th inning on a double by Eli Havey, and then 4 runs come in the 5th inning. A triple by Kyle Cope drove in 3, and then Easton Curtis with his only hit in the game goes 1 for 1, walked twice, got hit by a pitch. He would drive in the game-ending run with a single through the left side. That is how it played out here today. No 7th innings. That means we did not get the Southern Septic Service 7th inning here today. Nobody sticks their nose in Southern Septic Service's business. You can get a free no-obligation estimate today for all your septic, grease trap, and portable toilet needs. Visit SouthernSepticServiceInc.com. Today's game also brought to you by DC Farmers Co-op, where everyone's welcome to shop, and by Cascade Community Credit Union. We'll take one final break. We got some commercials to catch up on here, so we'll take one final break and come back to wrap this one up for you here from Medford High School here on North Medford High School here on 541radio.com and on the Score 92.3 FM at 1490 AM.
To us, pizza the way it ought to be isn't just our slogan. It's our promise and our passion to give you the best dining experience and the best tasting pizza you expect. For over 40 years, we've been making pizza the way it ought to be, handmade with the freshest and finest ingredients. Our dough is made fresh daily, and we use 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese and toppings to the edge. There's pizza, and then there's Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it ought to be.
Turn your home into your dream sanctuary with help from Douglas County Farmers Co-op. For over 100 years, we've carried everything you need to keep your garden and crops green and growing, including a large selection of soil mixes, composts, fertilizers, and other soil amendments. You'll also find stones, boulders, gravel, and more to add structure and diversity to your yard. Stop by or shop at DouglasCountyFarmersCoop.com.
D.R. Johnson Lumber Company, a forward-thinking family company, has been operating in the Douglas County community for over 60 years. Founded by Don R. Johnson, the man who set the tone of commitment to these local communities by providing stable, long-term employment. D.R. Johnson Lumber Company understands the significance of investing in our youth because they are the foundation of our future. That's why they're a proud supporter of Roseburg Dock Stewart's. Come watch the Docks swing some lumber with D.R. Johnson Lumber Company. Go Docks!
My wife and I moved to Oregon to raise a family, set our roots, and to have a lot of fun outdoors. We quickly realized that we needed a truck or a rig for the projects that we were doing in our backyard. When we were looking to find a place to finance our truck, we asked our patients, and everyone recommended Cascade Community Credit Union. It was so easy to work with Cascade. Everything was done via email, phone, and we didn't even need to go in. I can't wait to finish up the projects in the backyard, go on more adventures in our truck with our boys, and I look forward to working with Cascade again in the future.
Well, a bit of a sour note to finish it off here, but overall a good week for the Dock Stewarts. They go 4-2 in 6 Area 4 league games, and now they are, well, let's see, they will be, Docks are now 8-4 in league play. Medford is 7-3. So Eugene will hang on to their lead at the top of the league standings, but the Dock Stewarts are right there in the thick of things, and Medford and Eugene will have to square off at some point. So there will be some clarity coming in all of this. Dock Stewarts will hope that some things break their way and that they can keep winning league games, and they could possibly find themselves getting the top seed out of Area 4 in getting that automatic berth into the state tournament. With Eugene hosting it, even if Eugene runs away with the league title, if the Docks can finish ahead of Medford, which winning this series against the Mustangs was huge, if the Docks can finish ahead of Medford in the league standings, then they will get that number 1 seed. Well, assuming that Medford is challenging there at the top of the league standings for the either second place or first place, then the Docks could have a chance of getting that number 1 seed. So tough one here in the game 2, but does not spoil a great week where the Docks took care of some business and put themselves in a pretty solid spot going forward. Taking a look at offensive numbers real quick. Brooks Avery can stretch his hitting streak to 7 games with 2 hits. He goes 2 for 3. Dane St. Clair, 1 for 2. Cal Robbins, 2 for 2 in the game. And those are your 5 hits in the game for the Doc Stewarts. A lot of hits on the other side for Medford, 9 total. Easton Curtis gets a hit. Double for Jackson Rosenthal. 2 doubles for Eli Havey. You had a single for Kellen Willer. A double for Davis Carr, single for Caleb Long, Jimmy Morgan with a single, and a triple and a single for Kyle Cope in this one as well. 8, 10, I got that wrong. It's not 9 hits for Medford, excuse me here. No, actually, 4, 6, 8, 9, yeah. I feel like I counted off more than what I told you there. 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. 5, 6, 7. 8, 9, 10 hits. Missed 1 in there somewhere. This one here, that is what I'm missing. So 10 hits total for Medford in this one. Nonetheless, Medford dominating game 2 behind Cole Stofflet, who gets the victory. Up next for the Doc Stewarts, they will be on the road on Sunday in Salem to take on the Withnell Dodgers at 1 and then the Portland Barbers at 3. They'll play both those games at Willamette University. We will not be there to cover those games. I apologize, we won't be there for that. I always hate missing games, but non-leaguers before a big road trip on Monday and some family stuff going over the weekend, so decided that we were going to pass up on those games, and we'll be back to action coming up on Monday when the Doc Stewarts make the trip to Redmond to do those games against the Generals. So we'll be headed that direction for those games. Stay tuned for those. You can always find the broadcast schedule online at 541radio.com. Up next for Roseburg or Medford, they are at Redmond tomorrow for a doubleheader starting at noon. So the Mustangs will have their 2 games there, and it'll be interesting to see how that plays out for the Mustangs and the Generals. That will be one to definitely keep an eye on there. As we wrap it up here, I want to say thanks to the Medford Mustangs for hosting us here today. Thanks to head coach Eric Savage and the Doc Stewarts for allowing us to bring you another season of Doc Stewarts baseball here on The Score. I want to say thanks to Brenton Cranford back in the studio for a long day of production on the radio side. And thanks to you, the fan, for tuning in for today's broadcast through all of our technical difficulties in the heat. Because without you, I'm just a guy sitting here talking to myself. I'm Joey Kieran. We'll talk to you guys on Monday. I hope you have a great weekend, and we'll get back together Monday when the Doc Stewarts head to Redmond for a doubleheader against the Generals in Area 4 league play. We'll have that for you with Game 1 starting at 5, means pregame coverage starts at 4:45. You can catch the action streaming on 541radio.com, or you can find it on Douglas County's home for sports, The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.